How about now? We got audio? Looks like we might have just gotten audio in. Update me, chat. You hear me now? Anybody? It's looking like you can hear me. Alright, there we go. We're active now. So, man, I'm sorry you guys missed all that because I said some really cool stuff that was extremely interesting and you should have listened to it. So, I was just going to make this archive available, but it looks like I'm going to have to end up doing some editing here. It is what it is. So we got 28 seconds until this duel starts. So what I was doing is I was going through my heroes and showing you. Got Maria here. You see that I've got Blessing of Heal, and then I've got Heral, and I got him ruined for Fatal Blow, and then John, who's the big stick, as you saw in that last game, Deathly Strike. I'm focusing on enhancing John because I basically want to be able to one-shot anybody. That's the theory with John. That's why he's so damn good. Infidus, I'm actually enhancing the Aura of Flame because it is extremely good, and with Rand, I'm enhancing my Heaven's Shield. And I'm thinking about switching the Rand enhancements up. Alright, so we're about to start the duel. I'm assuming I'm switching the Rand enhancements up because his heal is so damn good. And you can see that a lot of times I won't even run with Maria. I'll run with Rand instead because his aura heals so well. So, yeah, no, lucky MTS. It wasn't you, man. It was the stream. I had the wrong microphone selected because I haven't streamed in so long. So I'm a dum-dum, not you. Don't worry about it. It happens. Let's see if maybe he's hiding a bunch of stuff back there. I think because of this, if I don't know what they're running, I'm actually going to go with my Maria setup here. You see I got Maria, and then I got John over here. I put John over there so I can try to do the run-in and smash right at the start. Sometimes I won't risk it because it is pretty easy to miss if you try to Deathly Strike while Rand's running in. So he is hiding a bunch of ogres. He's got Rand as well. And so what I'm going to do is that, and I'm going to try to eat his Fatal Blow. There it is. Boom. Ate it, but John was outside. So I'm going to heal John up and Maria. And this is not looking good for me right now. I need to wait till he Fatal Blows again, and then the next time he Fatal Blows after that Fatal Blow, there it is. Now, after he Fatal Blows this time, I'm going to go ahead and take out Rand, because Rand is his heal, because Maria is now dead. So, good night to Rand, and that's why I set my runes to that. And now let's do this in case he decides to Meteor Shower. And now my siege should do some work here, and this is why Aura of Flame is so good. Watch these ogres just start falling over dead because the Aura of Flame is getting it done. So now what I'm doing is I'm saving up for John, and I'm not going to waste a meteor or anything like that. It looks like it's going to be over before I get there, but you'll notice that I do that a lot, is I'll start saving up to revive John, because John seems to die pretty quick. I put him over to the side, and he dies pretty good. Yeah, I know. Chapter 7 Dimensional Tutorial. I've got it recorded, and I'll upload it pretty soon. I still got to talk. This is a quick cue, so we won't be able to talk much about this new research over here. Battle 2. As you can see, I've been working real hard on it. I got ones right there. But I was trying to see if I could go to the second part. And we'll talk more about that after this one. So if you guys want to hear about research, then you're going to need hope for some quick cues. I missed the first 7 minutes because I'm a dum-dum and couldn't get this stuff set up. So because I don't know who it is, again, I'm going to do that. But I'm actually going to stick Maria down here because I'm tired of her getting smoked right at the start. And he's got stuff over to the left. So you see that stuff's over to the left now, which means that Rand's going to be my first targeted hero. But that'll be alright. I'll shield him or heal him if I need to. So as we're running in, let's see what we got. He's got Heral, Rand, Gloria. Uh-oh. I'm going to shield right here. That way when my ogres and John peel off, there we go. He also popped a shield. His Rand is exposed, though, so his Rand is about to get, after that Fatal Blow. Glad I hadn't casted it yet. That was a well-timed Fatal Blow on his part. His Rand is going to get gibbed in once. Oh, I can't reach him. I'm going to take out Heral. And that ogre. There he goes. And then I'm going to shield for Gloria's spinnies. I'm guessing that's about to happen. Nope, it didn't happen. He shielded as well. Let's get John and Maria healed up here. Get the healing now. I can reach Rand. His shield's going to drop in just a second. That ogre's doing work on my siege, but it should be okay. And Gloria is probably about to spin. Oh, he didn't get Rand inside there. So good night, Rand. And Gloria's going to go down as well. And that should be all she wrote. And so this is the setup that I run whenever I'm not sure what somebody else is running here, because I don't want to go into it without many heals. A lot of times I'll use Rand to heal, like I said. And if I don't have Maria, then this is just kind of my tanky setup. You see John just doing work there. And then Infidus is going to do a lot of damage to Flame. Is it really affect hitting trap bases? Are able to add? No, this new research is actually better for traps than it is for attackers, in my opinion, because traps lean very heavily on these single type stats, and as you can see through the tree, a lot of it is single type stats. But look at the end of it here. You go up to 30, and that's going to be rough to get through 30 because the first ones started to get a little bit expensive up to level. You saw that I went to level 15. But if you look at this, it's single type stats here, so you can add 45% archer defense. And that is going to be better for traps than it is for attackers. The march sizes are nice. The fact that I can send more. So that's nice because I can send more troops, obviously, so that should be decent. And then, there's other boosts that are going to be good as well. And the problem is that it takes sulfur. And I haven't been sitting in Gold Moon this entire time because I didn't expect new research to come out that needed sulfur because I'm a dum-dum. So, which trap account can get C33 to unlock it? A lot of them can. Depends on what kind of trap you're talking about. If you're talking about like a free-to-play trap, then no, that's going to be a little bit difficult. But if it's not a free-to-play trap, then if they're spending, then the most dangerous ones are the ones that have really big single-type gear. And so if they have really big single-type gear, multiple sets of it, that usually indicates that they're spinning. Yeah, you need Big Citadel level to access it. And the first part of the tree opens at 33, second part opens at 34. Whenever you have a longer queue, I'll go through and I'll show you. I also want to do some of that research and see what it actually takes for me to unlock those last ones. Because the second part of the tree you have to get up to level 15 on that first deployment size in order to unlock it. And you can do up to level 4 without doing anything prior with everything else at level 1. So, weird. This is a weird comp. All ogres. I've never seen this before. So I'm going to shield right there, try to eat his... Oh, he healed already. So let's see. Fatal Blow's coming. There it is. After Fatal Blow is over, I'm actually going to take out multiple heroes right here, I believe. Oh, she moved. I still got her. She's dead. That's the dangerous part about... I'm going to shield these folks. And the dangerous part about having my heroes stacked up like this, and when you're setting up your duel composition, you need to make sure your dudes don't stack up. Because if they stack up, then I can do that. And you saw how I took out 2 heroes with 1 strike. And that gets a little bit dicey if your heroes are stacking up like that. You want to spread them out a little bit if they are standing on top of each other. Because if they're standing on top of each other, you need to be either really, really aggressive with your Fatal Blows and your shields, or you need to make sure that you're not going to get deathly striked like that. So let's go look at this research here. You see Battle 2. I'm only at 1, so I've been saving a lot of it for Blood Moon, obviously. But you see I can go up to 4 here. 5 requires level 5 on this one. And yeah, so it looks like I'm going to have to go all the way up. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing these because I want to get this stuff done. Because the power given for it is not incredibly huge. So it's nice to wait for Blood Moon to get it done. But also doing all the lower levels is kind of old. It gets a little old pretty quickly. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, is I'm going to be going through and looking at this. But as I said, if you look at the end of the tree, it goes all the way up to 30. And then even at 30 points into this, it only adds 54,000 to your march. It adds some decent power, though, at the end there. You see 134k. But you're only adding 50,000 on the march. So it's not huge. It's not massive. And that's 54,000 for 30 friggin' points. Let's look at that again. You're only adding, like, a few hundred with every point all the way up through here where it starts to get into the thousands. And Sammy's getting picked on right now. Sammy, sorry about that. You go full Death Knights, Viper? I haven't run into anybody that's going in full Death Knights yet. So Sammy wasn't the... was Sammy the dragon person? I don't know if Sammy was a dragon. No, I'd see the dragons. I think Sammy's just all ogres. It's dangerous fighting people that are a couple hundred points lower than me, because if I win, I get 1 point, and if I lose a gajillion. So it's like I can duel for the entire session and then lose 1 game, and it screws me hard. So pop the shield right here before I get Fatal Blowed. There we go. Managed to catch everybody in that one this time, except for John. Come on, John, get it together. Take out both of them. Oh, Maria moved. I still got her all, though. Oh, I got a meteor shower coming down. I'm going to lose both of those heroes. Maybe not Maria. I don't want to cast a heal when Maria's about to die, because it will stop working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to... He popped his shield. I'm going to wait a little bit. Now I'm going to meteor. And here you go. Here's your first meteor. She's going to Healing Blessing right there. Rand takes it in the face and doesn't die. So I need to get my John back up, or I need to get this Maria dead. You see the siege, though. This is why the siege are so good, because they're just sitting in the back doing work this whole time. See, Rand is outside of his bubble, so he's still taking siege hits. And watch, see my Rand aura? That's why I'm thinking about aura, or I'm sorry, ruining it, because look at that. It's just taking him back up. He's tanking damage, and he's fine. So I'm letting my John get back up so I can make sure if his hero gets up, then I can one-shot him. So here comes John, and that spells the game for them. So see you later, Rand, and then that ogre's down. And it looks like he was, he or she, I'm guessing he because of the aura. I'm sorry, because of the avatar. Looks like he was just spamming shield there instead of saving up mana to get the hero up. And sometimes it's better. You need to watch sometimes. You need to see if it's better for you to save up your mana and get one of your better heroes up, or if it is to spam the skills. So I'm trying to get this stuff up to where it won't take too long in Blood Moon to get the big power. Because as you can see, this is only doing 3 million power for me. So I don't really want to do that. Oh, I just wasted a whole 24-day speed right there. That was stupid. And I'm hoping that at some point, like in the previous battle tree, I won't have to upgrade the one before it in order to get it up there. But it's not looking good. And if you see the costs here, the costs are, they're getting there. Yeah, everything's got to go to level 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to right here and see if maybe this is the catch point for it. Hopefully it is. But it's looking like I'm going to have to step it all the way up through. And as you can see, that's going to take quite a while. So that's what I'm doing now. And how long on queue? 19 seconds. But overall, this Battle 2 tree, it's got decent stats in it. But you see that they're not incredibly high. And they start to take a whole lot of researches to get to. 45% for 20 researches. That's quite a bit. Troop attack, you only get 12.5% out of that one, out of troop attack 2. You go all the way to the end of the tree, troop attack 3, you're only getting 30%, so you're getting 1% a level. I mean, obviously you're not, but... Alright, we got Fuckface. He's come close to beating me in the past. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on stream. I might have just demonetized myself. I think I am. We'll find out. But I believe he ran ogres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go actually with my Haral set up here, in case he gets frisky. And so what Haral's doing, I'm going to put him over in the middle as well. And so I'm using Rand to heal in this, and then Haral to chain stuns, and John obviously to kill things. So, man, I don't know if it benefits the attackers. I need to pay attention. Well, got the shield up, he got the shield up, and so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going for these folks right in the middle here. There's the fatal blow on Haral. He's trying to get my John down. And he might get my John down. Don't do it. Oh, what a shield on his part. Well played. Alright, he might win this game. I'm going to interrupt his heal. And get Maria down. Come on. There we go. Shield Haral. This is a point that I'm probably going to start saving mana a little bit. Because I need to get my John back up. He's got a fatal blow. I'm going to fatal blow down here and try to take out Toma. There we go. Alright, now his Haral ran back to my siege. That's not good for me. I'm saving mana at this point. I'm going to be saving mana, and I'm going to hope that Rand and Infidus can tank for me. And I need that Haral to die without killing all my damn siege. This is not looking good. I might lose this one. But if John can come up, he's a miracle man. So he's got a shield up. Come on, heal. Alright, John's up. And Infidus died, so I lost my flame. But screw you, Rand. Get out of here. Alright, now let's see. John in a siege versus Haral and an ogre. Comeback of the year. Comeback of the year. Who should I strike? Who should I strike, folks? I'm gonna strike on Haral. Oh, I can't. Oh, I should have struck on Rand. I should have struck on Rand. Oh, jeez. Get up, Rand. Heal him. Heal him. Whew. Alright, I think I got it. That was freaking close. Oh, man. That's why dueling is fun, though. And that's why John is overpowered. You saw how John coming back just completely turned that. So that was so close. That was a very good game. Well played by him. He actually ate my big hits, which sucks. 33 seconds. We got 3 minutes left. It looks like I might be able to get 2 more in. And let's go work on this a little bit more. I'm going to go, and like I said, I'm going to start doing it from this one and see if I can get it upgraded some. Sorry, I was completely distracted by that last match and I wasn't looking at chat. Mayan, you think it benefits attackers more? I just don't think it benefits attackers more. I just don't think that's true. Those single type stats, double majestic attack with new research and double infantry or archers fillers will crush your enemies. Quoting Conan right there. Double majestic, you just don't get enough attack. The debuffs are nice, but the problem with this tree right here, and not the problem, the good part about this tree right here, we got Bo. Bo's a beast, so I got to focus up. But the good part about this research tree for traps is the fact that my majestic won't debuff you fully, even if you're even if I'm running double majestic, that's like what 5k attack debuff. That's just not going to get it done. It's just not going to get it done. I'm going to go with Haral. And these single type stats in this new research tree they mitigate the majestic because the majestic doesn't go on a 1-to-1 debuff basis on them. So you get 45 archer attack or whatever, and out of that 45 archer attack, that's not getting directly debuffed. So I'm gonna. Oh, that was close. Almost got with the fatal blow, but I got it in time. Now here's his shield. His John is outside of it though. So good night, John. Oh, he's not outside of it. I just noobed out. I might lose this damn game. Oh my gosh, my John. I'm gonna shield that up because he's about to fatal blow me. And then I'm going to, you know what? I'm gonna meteor. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna meteor. And I'm going to Meteor right on top of Rand and all those folks back there. So this is why Meteor is rough, though. Everybody says it's overpowered, but see how long I had to wait for that damn mana for it? So that's not good. And is his shield up? Let's see if he's going to shield. Oh, he got me. He got me. He interrupted all my stuff. Didn't interrupt it, he just blocked it. I noobed out entirely. Very well played by Bo. Come on, get John down. I think I'm not going to have time to get my heroes up. So I'm going to lose a lot of points here. That was terrible. Well played by Bo, but man, I screwed that one up. Did you see me lose the meteor and the fatal strike there? That was not good. Well played, Bo. Do I have time for another one? Oh, 30 seconds. Let's see if I can redeem myself. So welcome to the stream, everybody. Congratulations on watching me noob out right there and fatal strike a Rand shield, even though I had it targeted. I even said, "Oh look, he's not in the shield," and he was. That was awful. So let's see if I get this up to level 4, if I can do 5 without doing the ones prior to it. Just rally her tomorrow. I don't think so. Bo's a beast. Poor Sammy. I'm just picking on Sammy today. Maybe he'll get me this time. Yeah, rallying in Blood Moon, as you saw in the last video from last week, that's rough. I should have gone Maria against Bo. I'm pissed I lost that one. That was stupid. But as you saw from the last Blood Moon video, rallying in Blood Moon, it's not doing well because everybody's in single type trap and they all kill my tier 7 and it sucks. I'm gonna go for the quick give on this one right there. I missed. He got me with the fatal blow. Waited too long. I'm on tilt right now. This is the definition of on tilt. So I'm going to shield up. I'm going to keep my John alive, and then he's going to fatal blow in just a second. There it is. After that happens, I'm going to go ahead and heal up, and I'm going to let my siege just sit here and pound away. And that's what's happening. So now I'm going to cast a heal, wait for 30 seconds. He put a heal out as well, and I'm going to fatal strike on Rand. Get out of here, Rand. Deathly strike. I call it fatal all the time. But, yeah, so this is on tilt. You saw me try to take the swing at the start and got blocked. And you got to be careful about. I need to shield that up. You got to be careful about that because it's really hard to hit that give at the start. If you can get it, then it works. So many retracted messages. Somebody's cussing in the chat. So that one was closer. Sorry, Sammy, I beat you 3 times there today. Sorry about that. But rallying in Blood Moon is incredibly good points whenever people are getting crushed. But as you saw from the last video, nobody was getting crushed, and I was losing all my tier 7. And it lessens the sting because I can, res them for or revive them for a whole lot cheaper, and that's really nice. But if it weren't for that, then nobody'd be rallying because losing T7 is just rough. And on that note, that's why they're all still sitting in my temple here. All my tier 7 from the invasion last weekend, I just kept them in there. But So what I was referring to earlier when we were talking about Battle 2, the reason I think it's better for traps than it is for attackers is because attackers get a total of, 54,000 plus however much from the other ones. It's not a massive amount. You get a 100% attack buff on the execution buff, but that's not a 100% direct attack. That doesn't increase your attack by 100. That increases the execution buff by 100% or 96% or whatever it is. So that means that you're doubling the execution buff. You're not actually increasing your attack by 100%. So that's a big deal. But if you look at archer attack, so just quick rundown. The way that we think Majestic works, and think is the important part of this statement. The way we think Majestic works is it directly debuffs troop attack, troop defense, and troop HP. So if you have 1,000% troop attack, and you have 1,000% troop attack, or the other person has 1,000% troop attack, and you have 1,000% troop attack debuff, we think that that attack debuff completely nullifies that on a 1-to-1 ratio. However, it does not do the same for single type. With single type, once you have gone through their troop attack and gotten it completely zeroed, now the rest of your attack debuff spills over into the single types, but it gets split up amongst them. So if you have, 5,000% archer attack and I've got 5,000% majestic debuff, my majestic debuff isn't going to debuff that on a 1-to-1 ratio. It's going to debuff it by 1/3 because it's or maybe even 1/4. We don't know if it's 1/3 or 1/4, and this is also theory, but it seems to be applying because of the way the single type traps are working out incredibly well. And even though I will hit a single type trap that has 3,500% archer attack and 1,000% troop attack, and I've got 5,000% attack debuff, for instance, I still lose all my troops. And the reason that I lose all my troops is because it's not fully debuffing that archer attack. And so that's why these stats are so important. You see, you get 216% infantry attack at this level. I mean, you got to be Academy level 35, so it's going to be the bigs there. Let's go look at the one where you need Academy level 34. 90% for Academy level 34, and if you max that out. And as you can see, the silver cost isn't that incredibly high. The silver cost at the level 1 out of 20 is 9 million, and that's going to get pretty ridiculous towards the end of it, I would bet. But you get 90%. And so that 90% is not directly debuffed by Majestic or by troop attack debuff. There are no stats in the game that debuff infantry attack or archer attack or cav attack. There are only stats that debuff the leverage. So because of that, because of the fact that it's mitigating that troop attack debuff, that's why I feel like this is stronger for traps. The traps that really screw me up, the traps that beat the hell out of me whenever I hit them, are the ones that have a whole crap load of single type stats. If I hit this is gonna kill me. I'm sorry, I'm like a kitten seeing something shiny, but that little wiggle thing right there is gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to just keep things crafting all the time, or it's gonna murder me. But anyways, the fact that you're getting 90% infantry attack, my majestic is only going to debuff 30%, 1/3. 1/3 of my majestic is going to apply to that infantry attack. That's why the single type traps work so well. And all that said, that is why I think it's better for traps. You feel how you feel, and we'll see how it rolls out in the end once people start getting this up and everything else like that. But I've got this one maxed because I wanted to see the costs, and the costs got a little bit bad towards the end. I'll show those next time I stream. I'm probably going to start streaming Duel. Yeah, I can't. I got to go all the way up to level 5. So what I'll do real quick while people are watching, just because I'm sure people want to know, is I'll max this archer attack out so you can see how much it costs. And I say that, but I'm probably going to get bored with it pretty quickly because it takes a while to click through all these things. And I also have to scroll back over every single time. So that said, got a couple people on the stream. Anybody have any questions, any interests, anything else like that? Anybody want me to know? Because I'll probably be ending this stream somewhat soon. New gear coming? I don't know. Maybe. It's been a long time since we had new gear come out, so there's a possibility. But it's been about as long since the last gear came out as the first time. So I wouldn't surprise me if new gear came out. But it also they don't seem to release new stuff that frequently, and yeah, so I would be somewhat. It would be big news if new gear came out because it's so long in between gear releases, and so that would be interesting. But as you can see, it's still only 1 sulfur here, and so only 1 sulfur. That's not bad. Only 8 million silver, but it's getting up there. Yeah, Battle 2 research does increase march size. Increases both march and rally size once you get towards the end of it. Um, so you can expect that, but it doesn't increase it by a ton. The single type stats are bigger than the march size. So if you like look at Battle 2, scroll over to the end. This is the first part of it, and you see 15 points, and it only increases by 13.5 thousand. So even with a 100% boost, that's only going to increase your march size by 27,000. So it's not massive. Deployment size, rally deployment size, 81,000. Rally deployment size seems to go up faster than the single solo deployment size does. Oh, I'm out of stone. That's not good. Been upgrading silver mines, and that stuff eats the stone. Yeah, Mayan, that's pretty much what I'm saying. That's exactly right. You said in chat, Mayan K just said, I have 5,000 archer attack and enemy has 5k debuff, then he only debuffs 30% of 5,000. I believe that to be the case. Either 33% or 25%. I'm not sure which one it is, but I believe that is the case, yes. And that is why single type stats are so good and single type traps are so good. Because Majestic crushes people that have, high Dark Lord. On that note, I am totally getting distracted again, but I need to go upgrade some Dark Lord, so I'll do that in just a second. Those Dark Lord packs have really made for quicker upgrades on the Dark Lord gear, which is nice. And I've had a lot of people asking me about Dark Lord lately. Dark Lord is incredibly good in Alliance Deathmatch. Dark Lord should is the operative word, be incredibly good for defense once you get it up to higher levels. Dark Lord and Majestic are in a completely one-to-one debuff ratio. So let's go look at this real quick while I'm talking about it. Here's my Dark Lord. And you see level 14. So level 14 increases troop attack by 705, troop HP by 100. And let's look at a Majestic. Majestic, troop attack debuff 379. But the difference with Majestic is every single one of these is uniform. See how it's 379 on each one? And then if you look at Dark Lord, the only ones you're getting attack off of are the weapons, the accessory. And so if you add all those stats up, which I have on an Excel spreadsheet, just FYI, if you add all those stats up, they come out to the exact equal amounts. Majestic perfectly debuffs Dark Lord. Dark Lord doesn't debuff Majestic, but it eats all the debuffs. So that's why single type is so good, and why Dark Lord is scarier. Because even though this dude right here can hit pretty hard, like 2296% troop attack, unbuffed just on the hero screen, that's pretty big. That is pretty big. I'm gonna click this thing because it's wiggling at me, and I can't help it. And I'm gonna go ahead and craft some Dark Lord. Let's see. I've got one of those. See how it says up here own 2, and I got one at level 14. That tells me that I need to only make one level 6. And let's see if I get some streamer luck on this one. And yep, there we go. Alright, so now it's going to be 15. And now this guy, I've got 2 of the whips as well. So I only need to get one yellow one. That's not lucky. I only need to get one yellow one in order to go up to level 14. Oh man, I ran out of... What did I run out of? Talons? Yeah. Well, that sucks. Looks like I'll be upgrading my other parts of it now. So now I got a level 15 star, which gives me 756% troop attack. Seems like a huge number. Like I said, though, perfectly debuffed by Majestic. So back to what I was saying with Dark Lord. It's very, very good for ADM. Because in ADM, you get the HP and you get the defense bonuses. I've already got one of these, so I'm going to craft these as well. I'm sorry, not the defense bonuses, the attack bonuses. And the HP and the attack bonuses are massive because it causes Majestic to not fully debuff you. Alright, so I got a level 14 there. And let me look at this. 13, I think I can enhance this once, yeah. So I'm up to 14 there, I can't do any more there. And let's go look back and look at my dude. I try to keep everything pretty much equal when I'm upgrading it. Like I go to 5s, then I go to 10s, and then once it's at 10s, I try to get everything up to 15, obviously. But I make sure everything's at level 10 before I start working on anything else. Think anyone will figure out a trap that has all types like Gao, or is it not possible in 9th run? It is possible using this gear set right here. Dark Lord and Majestic. And, there's also some people I've seen that run with 2 types of defenders on the bottom tier. And while that seems kind of silly at first, what happens is they take one hit, they get crushed on the off type. So like let's say you got infantry and archers for your tier 3 troops. Let's say tier 3 is your bottom tier. You've got infantry and archers. And you're wearing archer gear on your guard captain and your deputy captain. If you're wearing archer gear on your deputy captain and your guard captain, then your infantry are all going to get killed and they're all going to go to hospital. Your archers are going to survive. Now that person knows that you're an archer trap, so they're going to send cav at you, right? So you take the cav hit, or what you do is you res all those infantry, you swap your guard captain over to infantry gear, and you kill every single cav that he sends at you. So that's a possibility. It's more expensive, you're going to lose more troops, but you can also swap types in Blood Moon using that method. And yeah, that is what it is. So what do I need? I need one more helm and I need 4 chests. So I'm going to go and do that. So I need 2 of these. Let's see if I can get 2 of these. How many scales do I have left? There's 1. No whammies, no whammies. 2. Alright. So now my head's at 15, so I'm going to start working on the chests. And I am getting pretty lucky here. Oh, I say that as I lose my craft. And looks like that's all she wrote, so I'm not going to get any chests done. And then I want this to be blue. And I always craft accessories with blues, no matter how many mats I have. Even if I've got a lot of golds, I will still craft accessories using blues, because these scales are hard to come by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down, and then I'm going to craft some of these accessories using blues. So, and this is just to conserve as I get a blue. So much for good luck. This is just to conserve the scales, because the scales are the hardest part to come by. Oh, broke it. Yeah. Unlucky there. Usually the accessories are pretty good, but Dark Lord doing all right. So you see now I got a 15 head, 15 weapon, 14 offhand. Max can solo. It's going to be more than that, because my max solo is already pretty big if I use Infidus. Because you see Infidus has... I've maxed his deployable troop size. He's immortal. Obviously, he's immortal. But his march is already up over 2.1 million. So once you get the end of this research tree done, it's probably going to be around 2.3, 2.4, somewhere in there. Just napkin math right there. But it's probably going to be somewhere up there, pretty big. Is probably where it'll end up. So, anyways, I'm going to try to finish this one so you guys can see the cost of what level 15s look like. You see it's up to 2 sulfur now. You see that I'm running out of stone now, which is not a good sign. Well, I'm not running out of stone. I've run out of stone and I've got to click it now. I'm probably just going to open up a whole bunch of it here in a second. And blow those 3-hour research timers because I am lazy. Do batch combine instead of manual doing it. What are you referring to, David? Are you talking about on my... I don't know what you were talking about. On my Dark Lord materials? So as you can see, if I do save this research for Blood Moon, it's going to take a long time. So what I usually try to do is I'll try to get these things up to higher level, like getting these up to level, 14, something like that, or get into part 2 of the tree even. And then from there, I'll get it up to like, 12, 13, 14, something like that, and then I will finish all my 15s in one Super Inferno in Blood Moon in order to try to win those Super Infernos. That way I still get the majority of the points in there as well. See, the sulfur cost is increasing now. It's back up to 21,000 or 21 million stone. And the days are getting a little worse too. Oh no. Guys, never do what I just did. Sitting here spamming research in the wrong preset, just wasting stuff. Oh, that was stupid. So I'm still on tilt from losing that duel. It's got to be what it is. That was really dumb. And you see now it's getting up to... Viper. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You hear that moment of realization there? And I was like, oh no, I knew exactly what I was doing too. And we're getting up higher on the archer attacks now. So you see I'm getting more points per, getting 5, getting 16 million, and then the sulfur's gone up to 5 per, about 30 million silver. So it's still not incredibly horrible at the start of the tree. You know, like the dragon tree or something like that. Dragon tree is gajillions of silver. I'm guessing the last part of the tree, though, where there's, 30 to do, I'm guessing it's going to get a little bit out of hand back there. And I would be interesting to see if anybody has gotten far in the tree. Let me know what it looks like towards the end, because it's I'm betting those 30 pointers are going to be ridiculous. So here's the level 15. 63 million silver, 75 million stone. It's weird to see a research that takes more stone and wood than it does silver. And then 11 sulfur. So the sulfur count is getting up there as well. Speeds still aren't bad though. 66. It is what it is. Doing a small trap to trap mid-range player. Plan on training 25 million tier 5 ints, 20 million T4 int for the meat. How much attack would you recommend me having? As much as possible, Saladry. It's not like there's not a given number for that. If you are only running T5 and tier 4 troops, you're not going to have preemptive strike, which means you're going to need a lot more attack in order to get the job done. With no preemptive strike. So if you run level 30 gears, you can. I'm waiting for help. Because it's level 15 now. If you run with level 30 gears, you can get up to around 4K, something like that, if you get them up to 15s, which there's always a lot of events to get that done. But the simple answer, if you're doing a small trap to trap mid-range players, quote-unquote, 25 million T5 inf, 20 million T4 inf, you're going to want your attack, depends on what kind of mid-range players you're talking about, but you're going to want your attack up around 3,500 plus. And 3,500 plus is the mark that if you have a max level 40 set and a max majestic set, you're going to have 3,500 attack. So it's right around there. And 3,500 with no preemptive, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to take out a march of T7s. But if you're getting hit by T7s with those troop counts, you're going to get crushed anyways. So it's going to have to be you're going to have to, pick and choose your battles and not take a bad hit. Because with those troop counts, no T6, no T7, it's going to be pretty rough. Next, Keenman Transfer, you're coming to K5, are you? Alright, we'll see you when you get here. So, that's how much that one costs. I'm going to leave that one rolling for the next event. But that is the bottom line. If nobody else has any pressing questions, then that'll be that. And I will probably start streaming duels more frequently. So, feel free to come in, ask some questions about various things. Let me know if you want to see various things, anything like that. And the most important part of this last patch 2 ago was the fact that now I have 8 presets. Because you know what I did with 8? Look at that. Gathering. I've wanted to set a gathering preset for so long. And I finally can. Let's see if my tiles are back on that note. Stream Blood Moon. I might stream Blood Moon. It depends. Kind of depends on what's going on. And this is the problem with Nox, is that I don't know how to zoom out. So let's see what we got. Silver mines. And yeah, I got my cool gathering preset. So now, if you're not already on tiles, this is where I'm going to tiles. Hang on, let me find it. See this level 5 special material chest? That comes from level 8s. So you open that. See how many diamond shards I got right there? 1,100. It's not great, but you get some resources too. So I'm going to open these dark wood chests, see what I got. 2 green scales. Great. 1 green talon. So I won't be upgrading any Dark Lord with those ones. And then Golden Moon Master Chest. That's where it's at. Hey, I just pulled it. What was that? Was that a gold scale? I didn't even take the time to look at it. Was that a gold scale right there? Yeah, mixed channel. That's true. That's a good point. What he just said in chat is if you send troops and you're gathering preset, wait till they get there before you switch out of your preset once they arrive. That was not a gold scale. What was it? It was gold, nothing good. Oh. Hey, there's one of those. Cool. Alright. Let's see what we got. Hey! Alright, now I can upgrade that one time. And there we go. Getting there with the Dark Lord. I'm sure we'll do some tests with Dark Lord at some point where we send mixed rallies, anything like that. With all these single type traps, playing Paper Rocks just kind of sucks, especially in Blood Moon when you're playing with tier 7. Should you use leverage on the deployment hero or deputy? Um, when attacking Naruto? Is that what you mean? I think there's a little delay. The thing about leverage is that the building enhancements can fully debuff it. So you see this wall here, enemy archer leverage attack debuff 100%. And then the research, if they've got, I think it's, what is it, 32 or 33? If they got level 32 or 33 academy, I'm not sure which one, they can fully debuff your leverage unless you're ruined hard for it. If you ruin hard for it, then you can still have a little bit of leverage. What I like, I prefer, obviously, um, you know, first world problems here, but what I usually do is see these level 15s. These level 15s have leverage damage of 5%. And then if you look at the leverage runes, they give 10%. So if you can get a rune up to level 15, then yeah, you should use that. If you can't get runes up to level 15, so basically once your rune hits level 15, replace your leverage rune with it. If you can't get it to level 15, keep leverage runes in. That's the long and short of it. Leverage is still very important. You still want it. If your leverage is fully debuffed, then it's useless entirely. So you need to look at people you're hitting. Whenever you hit with your heroes with leverage runes and everything else like that, check out your stats. Look at it, see your leverage amount, and then look at their leverage debuff. If their leverage debuff is over your leverage amount, those leverage runes are doing jack shit for you, and you just swap them into attack. That's the bottom line there. Always get burned by Majestic Solo and ADM. How to counter it to avoid burns. The only way to avoid Majestic Solo burns in ADM is to have higher boosts than the enemy. And that is incredible if they're sending all their troops. It sounds like a very simple answer, but it's not a very simple answer. Majestic Solos and ADM are overpowered. It's broken how much you can kill when you're soloing with Majestic. And that's why what I usually do if somebody starts soloing Majestic and sending all troops, it's incredibly hard to not get burned if they're sending all of their troops with Majestic, unless you have incredibly high Dark Lord. That's the catch. That's why Dark Lord is so good in Alliance Deathmatch, and that's what you need to focus on if you don't want to get burned by Majestic in Alliance Deathmatch, because Dark Lord, with the attack boosts that are provided from points, gets up above the Majestic debuff amount, and it allows you to kill more. So there's that. Now, the other thing that I like to watch is if somebody's sending a full march, like all of their troops with their Majestic, and soloing people, or soloing me, which, happens sometimes, and I do frequently as well. If somebody's a really hard burn, I'll send every damn troop I have with my Majestic as my main hero, and send my Dragon, and it'll burn them 9 times out of 10. However, as you've probably seen in previous ADM videos, if somebody does that to me, I will machine gun. I call it the BB gun. I'll machine gun Cav into them, one at a time. Just one troop, one troop, one troop, one troop, one troop, one troop. And while they're doing that, so if somebody's sitting next to me sending a full Majestic at me, full march over and over and over again, or at a teammate says I can't not burn, anything like that, I will completely ignore it, and I will send one Cav at them over. And every time they send all their troops out, that one Cav's going to burn them. So there'll be times that you take 7 or 8 bars off of somebody before they even realize what's happening. I can't come to 48. It doesn't let me port yet, I think. Let me see if I can this week. Let's see. It's going to take a while using a mouse. It takes a while to scroll through anyways. Oh, I can't even... I'll go open one of my boxes. Here's my invasion teleport. I need to open all these things too. It's bad for me to live stream because then everybody gets to see how easily I get distracted by pretty things on the screen. But now let's see if I can go to 48 yet. I don't believe I can. And nope. See, 46 is still the highest I can go to. So, probably be seeing you this weekend, 46. That's not true. I went to 30 last weekend and that was fun. Found a couple targets there. Oh, yeah, no, I can't do that either. Will not be doing that. Yeah, so anything else? I think we're about done here. Give it 2 or 3 more minutes, then call it a day. I'm probably not going to stream the next set of duels. And by probably not, I mean I'm definitely not. I'm about to leave for the casino, so there's no chance that I will be streaming the next set of duels. So keep that in mind. But I will try to stream tomorrow. There's not much else to talk about, man. I'm not going to sit here and spam research because there's no events, and I'm going to wait on that one to help out and everything else like that. So, not much else to talk about, and there's not really much to kill either. Can you single type in ADM? Yeah, people single type in ADM all the time. You're going to lose 1 out of 3 marches. The reason single type works so well in the real game is because of your troop count. You can stack up tens of millions of the single type troop. And that's why it works so well in real game. In ADM, you cannot do that. So in ADM, if you single type, what you're going to do is you're going to increase the number of kills you get, but the rest of your troops are going to get crushed. So ADM, I always recommend not going single type unless you want to spend the entire match with 3/4 of your troops out on tiles or out filling rallies or anything else like that. And yeah, exactly like Mick said there, you're not going to have meat shield in ADM. That's the single biggest aspect of it, is that you don't have a meat shield. Your meat is your only troops. So you don't want to do that for the most part. If you've got incredibly good, like if you have 2 sets of slaughter or something like that, so you got great infantry gear, sure, give it a go. Keep your infantry troops at home. See if nobody catches on. Maybe they won't. That will increase your kills as well, so you'll get some points. My heroes and my gear are ugly right now because I've got them set up for dimensional. See how all my good gear is on my, like, drill sergeant Maria? So, there's that. Carl's my research dude. Roderick is my master craftsman. Tertio, and you see these are raid heroes. Haral is my constructor, who I'm going to have to switch his runes back, but I've got agility gear on him. Raid hero, raid hero, raid hero. Ooh, I got a couple pieces of gear still on them. Raid hero, raid hero. What's Achilles? Yeah, Achilles is my cab boy, so he will usually be wearing agility gear. Lauren is my hospital girl. Makoto's a raid hero. Max level for lore is 99. John has switched over to dimensional hero. So you see he's got another set of majestic and he's got all that stuff. There's my guard deputies wearing destroyer, don't tell anybody. Revenant. Also wearing destroyer. So like you see my gear is on random heroes because of dimensional battle. Alright, so I think that about sums it up. Stay tuned. I will try to go live and stream some duels tomorrow. Talk about anything you guys want to talk about. So, whenever I post this video, drop a like on it, drop a comment on it. Let me know if you liked the streams, if I should do it more frequently, if I should not. And, yeah, I'm going to cut the beginning of it whenever you can't hear me talking. So there's that. But thanks for watching the stream, everybody. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I'm going live. And thanks for watching, everybody.